What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at headliner Oyarzabal. Obviously he is another one like Felix who has got a higher player of the month, and like I said in that one, it is not all based on player of the month. This card has got the potential to reach it and obviously smash it if he does manage to get more in forms of team of the week, hero, team of the group stage. I don't know if they're in Europa or not. I'm 9 times out of 10 sure they're not, but they could be. They probably could be, actually. Or they get a, man of the match, hero, team of the group stage, or inform. So 4 chances of a card. Anyone in Europa or Champions League have an additional chance to get a man of the match, which will obviously give them an in-performance game or in-performance special in-game card. Went way too over the top with that. But let me know down below, fodder or nah? What do you reckon to him? Is he just going to be fodder, or do you reckon you could actually play with him? So if we do go into him then, Oyarzabal, I'm probably butchering the name, but do bear with me with that. He is a 3-star, so not amazing start. Left-footed, it's good on the left wing, high medium, 5'11", and obviously an 87 rated. In terms of any traits, we have got solid player or outside of the foot shot. We've got a bit of pace. Nothing really too spectacular, but a hunter could definitely finish that off. 91 vision, 88 crossing, 87 short, 80 curve, 78 long. It's good passing stats. I think it's pretty up there. It's above average, most definitely. And then dribbling wise, we've got, again, relatively decent stuff. 84, 83 on the agility balance. Good ball control, dribbling, reactions decent. But then the composure on him is just shocking. 79 composure for me in this sort of card is not good enough. Yes, he will go up, and obviously as he gets more and more in forms, I expect him to have more composure. But 79 composure on an 87 rated card, literally if he gets like a 90 to 92, he's probably going to have 83 composure max, and that's a 93 rated card. Then for me, I think that is a crucial point to this one. No strength really or aggression. It's got okay stamina, and that's about it with him. He's relatively nicely balanced stat wise. There's nothing too amazing, there's nothing too crap. Basically, composure wise is probably the only one that really stands out as a big L in terms of his stats. So let's look at some gameplay and see what he did on the pitch. So again, we were using him alongside Felix, but we had to do a couple more matches after Felix just because I didn't quite get as many clips, because I wanted to try him as a left wing. I believe you could bring him into the centre as more of a kind of cam role, but I think for that, I think you definitely need a 4-star, someone who's going to bring the ball forward, someone's going to kind of take on people and maybe give you them options and create some space. That isn't this card, in my opinion. I feel like this card is more pace down a wing. Obviously with a hunter, he ends up with 95 pace, and he's just going to end up giving you a little bit of a crossing. Maybe he cuts inside and goes forward. He's got that sort of ability on him. We see him time in, time out, going round defenders, hitting that nice spot, and we see a beautiful ball into Felix there. Just a little dink, enough for a header to Felix to get the goal, and that is what he's all about. He's about assisting, and he can score. We've proven that. We see here, goes all the way through, goes for the little finesse, and the keeper saves it. That is the big problem. Sometimes he is not as consistent as you want him to be. I must admit, he's not an awful play. We see here, this is beautiful here, lovely chest down, and there we go, from one end of the spectrum to the other. He manages to get the goals, and sometimes it's just the keeper's good day. They manage to save a lot of it, and I'd say 6-7 times out of 10, if he's through on goal, I'd be confident with him. The composure always gives me that little bit of grief, a little bit of doubt, but I think he is a good player, and he definitely can provide some move. I think for me, he's going to only be a La Liga player in terms of the one league. That for me is just where he's going to be, because there's so many other players out there. We see another little ball over the top there to Nannik, and honestly, that's just pretty much what he is. Let's just watch the rest of these clips. We'll get into the overall and see what the overall opinion is on Oyarzabal, because he's doing well. He's not doing awful. I thought he would be a lot worse than what I saw in terms of stats. There's obviously a lot of things going right, and then that composure that's going not so great. So if we do go into the overall for him, then as we can see on the screen, 44,000 coins. I've given him a 7.3. It's a bit of a random one, but I just think he's not quite 7.5 for me. And I don't think he's a 7. I don't think he's that average. I just think he's kind of somewhere in that middle. So I've come up with that. I've put him there. Obviously, spreadsheet-wise, he'll go there, and we'll kind of link everybody around. With this spreadsheet, I may move it up and down, depending on the other ratings, just to kind of put it into perspective. Because the game's going to consistently change, I want to kind of consistently update it with my opinion of how they are going to be at that moment in time. If I go for, say, a Bruno Gold at the very start of the game, he's a solid 9. We go 4 months down, he's got 5, 6 informs. His gold card doesn't seem as good anymore. Still decent on the game, but in terms of the time of the game, it's just not going to be it. This card at Team of the Season is not going to be it. He's going to have to be downgraded to fit in everybody else, and it's going to be almost like a Team of the Season rating. But in terms of everything else, Real Sociedad obviously have got the record breaker David Silva. We have got a review on him down below, and I really enjoyed that card. A very, very nice card to play with. We have got similar Hazard. He has got a road to the final, but I thought I'll stick with the normal gold because in terms of price, there is a little bit of a price difference there. Oyarzabal is coming in at 44. I think Hazard is over 100k at the very minimum. But we do have his player of the month. Obviously, that is one that I did. He was relatively cheap back in that time. Or was he? Yeah, he was cheap. I was thinking that it's not got it on Futbin for some reason. I don't quite know. Oh, there we go. It was 113k. I think that's pretty fair enough, to be honest. At that point in the game, he wasn't a bad SBC to grind out. In terms of other players from Real Sociedad, as we was having a look, David Silva has got himself 2 informs, and then obviously Oyarzabal has got himself 1 inform and a headliner, and then Porto has got a road to the final. So if you did get a Spanish striker, you've got a beautiful link there. If we could get maybe, I'm trying to think who their striker is. We need a Spanish striker. We could have Porto, Oyarzabal, we could have David Silva, and then the striker, which would be a mad little quad right there. You could even put David Silva as striker and move someone down. Potentially an option. I probably wouldn't do it, but you never know. In terms of the Spanish players, obviously we got Fernando Torres. Very interested to try his prime out. That is going to be something very, very soon because he looks decent. I like his mid. I think his baby was good, but I don't think it was amazing. His mid I really enjoyed. Got a review on him, and then I want to see what this Fernando Torres, it looks like it means business, and that would be a cracking link between this guy and Porto in the attacking front three. But overall wise, he's nice. I think he is going to be more fodder if anything. I really don't see him really making any teams. La Liga definitely in terms of the one league. Other than that, I just can't see it. If we have a look who else you've got, obviously Hazard is the favoured choice. Ansu Fati, player of the month, cracking card. Carrasco, another great card with his brand new inform. You've obviously got Dembele. He does have a better version of striker, but that is an expensive card. And I think even Dembele probably not necessarily overshadows him in terms of all of his stats, but animation-wise, skill-wise, and just what he brings to the table, I feel like is more meta than this guy, unfortunately. But hopefully you did enjoy the video. I want to know down below, what do you think about him? We said at the start, could you use him or will you use him in anything? It could just be friendlies, it could be rivals. I doubt very much it's foot champs. Let me know down below what you think. Make sure you like and subscribe. Tomorrow we'll be bringing out Mickey, Robin, and then probably another one, maybe even another after that. We're trying to get through all of the headliners, so we're going to keep a big focus on them. Just try and get them scheduled up, and anything new coming out, we're gonna cover it. Always gonna cover it. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're nearly at that 7k. I cannot wait to get there. But like I say, like, subscribe. Peace.